Good morning, all. Camelback Trading 2724 and the pitfuturestrading.com coming to you this Wednesday morning, February 5th. We're looking at the market profile of the SPY ETF on Window Trader. And as Yogi Berra used to say, it's deja vu all over again. After gapping higher out of an inside day yesterday, the bulls look to continue with another sizable gap this morning. Still just about an hour to go prior to the opening, but another sizable gap. Yes, it was a P shape yesterday. Yes, we never had a trend day. But like I said, even if this is continued short covering can go on for a while. If it is short covering, it will eventually make the market weaker. Or does it bring in new money? So, here's the big day we had been talking about for a while now. That huge outside day down, trend day. We took back one set of single prints yesterday, barely got into the other. Right now, they're attempting to take back the entire trend day and then get above B's high from the 24th, which was our highest accepted price. You do that, then you have one daily high and the all-time high. But just like they held the bottom of a 6 or 7 week balance, I'm sure you're going to get some sellers up here, at least initially, to defend this area. So, destinations. Well, right now I'm going to use, we're right at the highest accepted price, but there is an hour to go. You should have all the upside destinations. So right now, the one that's really important would be the last set of single prints that get filled at 331.75, then that highest accepted price, which we're trading at right now, of 332.23, and then the daily high and all-time high. For the downside, we're going to use yesterday's high as our first destination. Besides, yesterday's high was, give me 1 second, 330.01. So right now, my pre-market low is 330.81. So your first downside destination right now would be 330.81, which is your pre-market low. Then it would be yesterday's high of 330.01. Then it would be 10 wide at 329.55. Right? Just like the other day, your POC was above where we closed. Well, we're trading above it, so it now gets put on the downside as a destination. Then we wouldn't have anything to more market-generated information until yesterday's low of 327.72 and filling the gap at 326.16. So yes, we're like jumping, leapfrogging over each other. But we are creating voids and vacuums on the downside. Just keep that in mind. Game plan. Kind of the same as yesterday morning, right? Too big of a gap for me to want to get involved on the long side. And just like yesterday, we were opening near that weekly high. Now, yes, we did take it out, and yes, we did get above it. But again, I would look for a counter auction to get involved with calls if we were to flush out some weak longs initially. If we're to open here and drive straight up and get close to our all-time high, I'm either going to watch or maybe even take a put play because, again, not only is it the all-time high, but it's also the top of a balance, which I'll show you on the weekly. Now, again, any short I take, just like yesterday, not because I think the market was going to roll over and come in and the market was bad, but I thought my risk-reward at that point was better on the short side, and it did work yesterday. So I would look to do the same thing initially if we get near the all-time high. We get accepted above it and start one-time framing up, and more importantly, have a trend day up with single prints, then I will not be short. And then chart-wise, so here's your weekly, right? Now, there's reports out why we're up because of possible cure of the virus in China. Meanwhile, I'm seeing headlines go across by the World Health Organization that they know of nothing out there that can cure it. However, we haven't come in. So you can use that, or you can use what I'm using, and that is last week We got to the bottom of a 3-week balance, held it, and now, if you don't get through the bottom of a balance, right, balance rules, you start going towards the top of it. And that's exactly what we're doing. As they look to get, first step was to stop the one-time framing down the weekly. They did that yesterday. Second step is to get above the trend day. And the third step would be to take out the all-time high. Balance rules. Okay? And the same on a daily. We were one-time framing down, had the inside day, came out of it on a gap, coming out of it on another gap above the trend line for now. Balance rules. Held the 50-day beautifully. I'll use that market-generated information for why the market's doing what it's doing rather than anything else news-related. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.